Welcome back, Space Coast. We are here at the ABC Awards at the Radisson Resort at the Port for Brevard Public Schools with a couple more honorable mentions. I have here Matt, a former Teacher of the Year. Tell us the year.
2014.
And what is your school district?
I'm Brevard County, and I teach currently at Space Coast Junior Senior High School.
Is that where you took your title from?
No, Atlantis Elementary was when I won Teacher of the Year.
Where is that?
That's in Port St. John.
Wow. And so since then, have things changed for you?
Yeah, things have changed in a way that's amazing. I've gotten a lot of opportunities to be a teacher leader and help other teachers. And I've taken the switch from elementary to high school to be with my twin daughters.
Oh, that's so cute. How old are they?
They're 15, about to be 16 next week.
Congratulations. So not only do you have teachers teaching students, but you have teacher leaders teaching other teachers. That's quite a role.
That's the goal, is to take what we learn in the classroom, but replicate the good stuff and eliminate some of the mistakes we made along the way as well.
Do you have any advice for the teachers or the students out there?
I would say for the teachers being recognized tonight, just take it all in, definitely live in each moment. And for the students, I would say the same kind of thing with a little variant is put the phones down, live in the moment, and just create as many memories as you can.
Yeah, I know some people probably get nervous in here, especially if they're a finalist or maybe if they have a speaking portion. But that is, very important to just kind of not have an out of body experience, enjoy your time in the sun like I'm sure that you did.
Yes, and it will present a lot of opportunities for you, and it just elevates your teacher voice. And I encourage all honorees, school level, district level, state level, to just use their teacher voice to just amplify the great work that's being done in classrooms all around our district and state.
How long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching 24 years.
And what made you want to get into that field?
My sister has Down syndrome, and she was one of just the most influential people in my life. And I wanted to work with students with disabilities, and that was kind of where my teacher journey started.
That's amazing. Do you have a favorite finalist?
I actually do. My favorite finalist is Holly Barber from Imperial Estates, because I used to teach with her at Imperial Estates. So I'm a little biased tonight.
Kindred teachers. Well, we wish you guys the best of luck, and I hope you enjoy the ceremony.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We have another honorable mention coming on in. Miss Katie Campbell is here with us tonight. But while we're waiting for her, I just want to remind you guys that we are at the Applauding Brevard's Champion Awards ceremony here at the Radisson Resort at the Port, where we applaud some of the most excellent teachers in Brevard County. Here she is, Miss Katie Campbell. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm so good. Thank you for coming over and sitting with us. Now, tell us what your role is in the school district.
So I am the school board member for District 5, represents kind of the southwest end of the county.
So our second lady school board member. So far we've seen two gentlemen and two ladies. And is that like a unique role? Tell me about, kind of what you do.
So we work together, all five of us make decisions together to decide how we're going to spend the budgets with the money that the state gives us. We decide on policies, things, anything from dress code to discipline to finance matters. And then we also supervise the superintendent and give him direction. So just basically basic supervision over all the county schools.
And does that include events like the one that we're at?
Well, tonight is actually kind of a coordination between the school district and the Brevard Schools Foundation, which is a support organization. They do such a fantastic job. I have to praise Janice Kershaw and her team from the Brevard Schools Foundation, because they bring in that kind of corporate support for the district. They're kind of a fundraising arm for the district, kind of a separate entity, but together. But the events like these that they sponsor give us the ability to recognize all of our amazing teachers of the year and employees of the year, which we've already had that event and have that special award winner who should be here tonight also. We get to do these, and our administrators of the year. All of that is run through the Brevard Schools Foundation.
Well, it's no wonder with such an advanced and dedicated team and organization that you have multiple organizations here, that you guys are a leading school district here in Brevard County, and Florida is leading in education across the states in a lot of ways too. Let's just talk a little bit about, what education means to you.
Well, our goal is to start from the time they walk in through the doors, whether they're 3 or 4 or 5, starting for kindergarten, and to get them across the finish line of graduation the most prepared that they can possibly be to move on to the next phase, whether that's college, career, both. We want to make sure that they have all the tools they need to be successful. And so, yeah, it includes things like math and English and science and social studies, but it also includes things like CTE or ROTC or music or all the things that they're going to need to be productive citizens, to be able to enjoy life and to find success.
And like you mentioned, you guys are doing so much to get people graduated. Your graduation rates are exceeding what we've ever seen in this county. And the CTE, the career training education, I see a lot of new programs starting across Brevard Public Schools. Is there anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, we're leading in the state in CTE. Definitely, we have some new programs that have come on board in the last few years. Down in my area at Heritage High School, we have a brand new electricity program, which we've not ever had in Brevard before. And the demand from the home building industry and all the other construction industries is really high. So the fact that the students who graduate from that program will be able to walk out the doors of Heritage High School and into have some of the skills that they already need to start that. We also have really exciting at Mel High starting next year a banking finance program, and we're going to have a credit union on campus at Mel High. So a really unique opportunity that we'll have with ViStar Credit Union. So there's new programs that we're starting every year, and they're really doing a great job.
I did actually get to peek at that electrical trade program that you guys have. It's really interesting, you guys. They actually have panel boxes set up. These students are learning how to be electricians by the time that they graduate high school. And those trade certificates are a great way to break into the workforce. This is such an interesting place that we live here in the Space Coast with all kinds of career opportunities available, especially when it comes to tie into space. And I just think it's so great what you guys are offering these kids. Thank you guys so much.
You are very welcome, and we're excited. It's an exciting time to be a part of Brevard Public Schools, and I'm proud of all our team. We're going to be recognizing tonight really a lot of the stars that are working, behind the scenes or right in front of the classrooms. And so tonight is a great night because the people who are doing the work are not the 5 of us who sit on the board. It's the people in this room and all the people that they work with. So it's really going to be an awesome night.
So you guys get a bit of a night off and get to celebrate some of your fellow educators. Congratulations. It's going to be such a great night.
Right. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you. Have fun. Okay, guys, I think that the event is going to kick off here. You're going to want to tune back in later to see who the winner is going to be. So we not only have our 6 finalists that are going to be competing for Teacher of the Year tonight across Brevard County, but we've talked to many of our school board members. There's a room full of dignified educators here. And we have one more in the building, our old friend Matt Susan. How are you, Matt? What are you doing here tonight?
Real good. We're just having a lot of fun. Many of you guys may know, but Congressman Herodopoulos was at Space Coast High School today, and it was so crazy because I just found out about it last night. We showed up to Space Coast High School, and all of a sudden they took us to my old classroom that I started my entire educational career in, room 509 at Space Coast High School. So we ended up in a pretty crazy situation, and I looked up, and I used to paint my ceiling tiles. And so in order to get out, when I finally left there to go to O'Galley, I had to flip them back over. But I realized that they were all the same ceiling tiles. And I told all the kids, if you flip those over, there's all the wars, the flags of the wars and everything else that are up there. So it's been a real nostalgic day to then come all the way to the Teacher of the Year event and then honor my friends a couple of my friends that I originally were teaching with are being honored here tonight. So it's pretty crazy.
You've had quite a long run in the educational system here in Brevard. Kind of tell us about your road to where you're at.
Yeah, no.
Now.
I was honored. So as a beginning teacher in 2005, I went ahead and started teaching American history and American government. I was honored to win National Teacher of the Year for Veterans of Foreign Wars. I was Coach of the Year for a bunch of stuff, and I love doing it. But when you look back and in retrospect and you look back at all the achievements and things that you may have done, you realize that it wasn't you who really did it. It was the people that you were with. And tonight, when I talk tonight, I'm going to talk about how teaching is one of the most humbling professions that we do. And then it's only your friends that are lockstep, shoulder to shoulder with you, that get you through those days. And that's what the honor of tonight is. And these teachers today are dealing with so much more than when we went to school. And they have to teach on top of all the other restrictions and everything else. I never could teach now because I'm just not good enough like they are. But I'm very honored. So I stole this thing from you. I'll give you that back.
That's
too.
okay. And, we are honoring, our teachers and our finalists here tonight. But, Matt, don't be too humble. You're a humble guy. I see you dashing over your accomplishments. You are now the chairman of Brevard Public Schools, right? What does that mean?
So it basically means I am the lowest man on the podium. So I have to work for everybody else. So like what it means is that all of the school board members have honored me to take over to make sure that all of their needs and the school district's needs are met. So a lot of people think when you're chair, you get to, oh my gosh, you get the keys to the kingdom, like you can do whatever you want. But the issue is that you're supposed to honor each one of them and make sure that their organization. So on December 6th, we met, we talked about all of the things that they want to do. We're going back to a meeting in March where I'm hoping that I was able to get all those things done. But our school district is the first time in our history that we have 4 former teachers on the board, which is incredible. So like we have 4 people that actually know what it's like to be inside that classroom, which is an incredible opportunity. Plus we have every one of us has kids that are inside of our schools. So when you talk about our school board, and then one of the craziest things about this whole thing is that Dr. Rendell, when you see him and you see him out in public, you don't get to hear him sometimes, but he always honors the teachers. He says, we don't write the lesson plans. We don't do all of those things. It's the teachers inside the classrooms that do that. And that's kind of what we're doing. Tonight, we are honoring all of these teachers. One of them is my friend, Devin Hansen from Titusville. She's getting honored tonight. So I'm going to embarrass her when I get up there to speak a little bit.
Do a little hoot and holler.
Yeah. So like, let's talk about the fun stuff I used to do. So we were at Space Coast today and they were like, some of my old friends were like, hey, do you remember when? And we were sitting back, right? So one time I took Wayne Hessler's entire stapler, remote and all that stuff and put it in a big Jello vat and put it on top of his desk, right? And it does, I thought, oh, this is the greatest thing. But then I didn't realize, like, you can never use that stuff again because it gets into the remote, it gets into all the stuff. And then, like, we did all kinds of stuff. Like, one time we had a Kiss the Pig competition. And when we were going to Kiss the Pig, like you raise a bunch of money for it. We kind of fumbled the pig and it ran through all the students. And the kids were like, ah! So it was crazy. So it was a lot of fun. But no, there's a bunch of other things that we used to do. And that's what we did that now, the reason that I wouldn't be able to teach, because now I would get in trouble for that and they would have me removed. So right now, right. So like one time we dug 6 100-foot trenches out recreated a battlefield and I never asked permission of the principal. So he lost his mind. And then the other one we did was we built an outdoor Vietnam reenactment class, and I forgot to tell the principal. So the custodians were blowing off the sidewalk in the morning, and when they did that, they saw that it was a Vietnam village and everything else. And what they ended up, it was crazy because they called the police and then the police were out there and then the police came and it was this whole ordeal. So we just have a lot of fun. But tonight it's about these teachers and the great things that they do for BPS.
If you guys ever see Matt Susan out and about in your community, just know he's bringing some antics like he always does. It's always a ton of fun, and we expect nothing less than that here tonight. We're excited to see what you have to say. You and also Dr. Rendell, true servant leaders that we have here committing themselves to our educational system. Thank you, Matt, so much. Anybody or anything else you want to shout out?
I just want to thank Space Coast Daily for all your guys' great work. You guys do an amazing job of reviewing and doing all of our events and everything like that, and I'm honored to be here. So we'll see what we can do.
Thank you. We love you guys. We love Brevard Public Schools. And again, we are going to finish up the gala here tonight at the ABC Awards here at the Radisson Resort at the Port. Tonight, a Teacher of the Year will be crowned, if you will. So check back tonight to see who the winner is. I think we've seen all our finalists here tonight, many school board members, some of our sponsors, and the amazing event organizers. We just want to thank everybody.